Hey, Alex, I thought tonight, first half was a little kind of mundane, I guess you'd say, offensively.
Mhm.
And then you hit those three threes right before half. It kind of kick-started everything. I thought really gave you a lot of momentum going second half. Can you kind of comment on that?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we it's no secret we came out a little slow. It was a kind of a awkward feeling out there. I don't know why we came out a little sluggish defensively, but once we got going, guys saw some shots go in and we got rolling. Then we got together at halftime. Talked through some things, and we came out a little stronger in the second half. So I definitely think seeing some shots go in helped fuel us.
What and at halftime, what did coach kind of go over with you guys, and what led to some success in the second half?
Honestly, they were just playing harder than us. They were getting the loose balls, the 50-50 balls. They were killing us on the boards, especially on the old boards. One of their bigs had like 4 or 5 at halftime. So the more we were able to just, buckle down and, it was small things, just boxing out and diving on the floor, sacrificing your body. Once we got those things settled, the game came easy. I mean, for the most part, we did good handling their pressure, and we were able to break it and flow into offense because, I mean, we worked on it all week. So.
What's kind of the key for you from 3 to 9? You got a new career high, 7 threes. Um, what kind of happened for you tonight?
I mean, once I hit those three in the first half, I was like, okay, I'm feeling it, and I was like, the rim just got bigger. They say that it's a cliche, but it's a true thing. Like everything you shoot just feels like it's gonna go in, and that's how I felt tonight. And I'm glad my teammates were encouraging me and happy for me and getting me the ball. And I credit the coaches for drawing up a few plays to give me some looks at it. So I was just glad I was able to capitalize and, help give my team some energy by hitting some shots. And I try to help any way I can each and every night. And it's a different way. But tonight, I was just a little more aggressive and shots were falling for me. So it's good to see that the work's paying off.
Yep. Thank you, Alex.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Really good second half. Thought we played harder in the second half than we did the first, and credit to our guys for getting some of that effort cleaned up and just doing the things that we need to do to make winning plays. I thought give Samford credit. They're down some players, which is always hard, but man, those kids they fought and they were battling and they were playing extremely hard. I think they had 10 offensive rebounds in the first half, which isn't good enough, and we've got to be better there. But we got it cleaned up a little bit in the second half. I thought our ball movement was good again tonight. Another 20-assist game with 10 turnovers, which is always a recipe for success around here. So credit our ball movement and our ball security for the most part. And we hadn't had a 20-10 game since Western here at home all year. And so to have 2 back-to-back was great. And then great to see Noah get 1,000. That's always good to see. And, another guy that's redshirted and really invested in working while he waited. And has made the most of his opportunity. He's gotten better every year. And this year he's had to learn how to be a go-to guy and the pressure that comes with that, and learning how to take on 2 defenders. And here in the last 2 games, he's had 16 points on 8 shots both nights, and has really matured, in learning how to deal with that. So, proud of those guys, proud of all our guys. Again, another good night for our bench. Had some good depth off the bench, and had a lot of guys making some key plays. So overall, always some things to clean up. We got to guard the ball a little bit better in space, and we got to be a little bit better on the glass. But give our guys credit. Did what we needed to do to get the win.
Coach, you were down, I think, 28-27 there late, just under 3 minutes to go. And Alex Hunter, 3 straight threes, kind of put a nice little topping on what had been a pretty mundane offensive first half, I thought, and really seemed to give you guys some momentum heading into halftime. Did that carry over? How big was that?
Yeah, that was big. I mean, they played a zone, they packed it in, and they were pressuring the ball and then packing it in. And there were some looks out there that we had that I felt like we were a little short on. I didn't think we were stepping into balls and with the amount of energy that we needed to. But fortunately, Alex was. I mean, he was shooting the ball with a lot of confidence, and we got some good movement. And we talked about that in the last media that hey, we got to get some stops. It looked like stagnant offense. But at the end of the day, I mean, they were getting so many offensive rebounds and they were scoring that, we're having to deal with the press and then deal with the zone. I just didn't think we got anything good in transition, and we weren't playing hard enough to be able to do that. But credit Alex. I think he only missed 1 shot in the first half, really carried us, had 17 points in the first half. and continues to play with confidence, which he obviously changes our team when he plays like that.
Also tonight, I know they're shorthanded, but the leading scorer they had on their available tonight was Stanton McCray, and held him 314 shooting. What y'all kind of key on him, obviously, with some of their other scores out?
Well, I mean, they've still got some players that can really challenge you off the bounce. And I tell you what, and I want to make sure I'm not messing his name up, but if it's Riley or really, I apologize if I'm saying it wrong, but I love his game. I think he's kind of the straw that stirs the drink for those guys and can really get the ball to spots and has a really good feel, can make shots. So, he was giving us fits in the first half. And then, Preston, who's from Greenville, that has been a really good player in this league before at Citadel and obviously has the ability to score the ball. Like, we knew they were going to have some firepower at the guard spot. And McCray's just, he's one of those kind of hybrid forwards and, can really get downhill, strong, can make open threes. So, they were without two of their interior players that have been playing recently. And then they've had some injuries with some other guys, but it's, we knew they were still, I mean, this team still, I mean, they took Mercer to overtime twice and Mercer just wins in Johnson City, so the league is just, you got to be ready every single night. And, Bucky's doing a great job in terms of getting those guys to play hard. They're scrapping. I mean, they're competing. And, I didn't think that we came out with the right mentality. And I thought they were the more aggressive team in the first half.
Also tonight, I'm sorry, Coach, I don't have John to buff for me. I thought in the second half that Mike's kind of been going through a little bit of a funk shooting wise. Do you think some of the things he did in the second half kind of help him kind of break out of that a little bit?
I mean, I tell these guys they're great shooters, and it comes down to what our shot quality is and not pressing and taking great ones. And, his first three in the second half that he made, like you just, I've been doing it long enough now where you kind of just have a feel when certain shots are going to go down based on the movement of the ball and the offense and the flow. And a lot of times when you get that good drive and you get a nice clean kick and you throw a strike and you hit that guy in rhythm, those shots go in. And Mike got one of those early in the second half and it went for him. And I thought that just loosened him up. Sometimes shooters just need to see one go down. And, we've been working on his mechanics. Just we need him to shoot the ball higher, and we need to make sure his release is going out, and you can see it in his shoulder. He's got a little bit of a shoulder jerk in there because he's shooting the ball at the rim instead of really getting the ball up. And so worked on that a little bit in practice yesterday. Thought he did that. I thought his energy into the ball was a little bit better. And Mike's a great shooter. Mike's a great scorer. Mike's going to be fine. And he and Noah have both, Clay was a scorer last year consistently. Noah had some games where he scored it last year as well. Obviously, it was all conference, but I think both of them, without Jordan being on the team and Jordan being kind of the go-to guys, they've had to deal with defenses really crowding them and really putting multiple defenders on them and people really game planning and scouting around them. But I feel like they're both feeling their way through it, and they're both growing through it, and couldn't be more proud of them.
And then Clay tonight obviously didn't score, but I thought he was a real big part of the win, especially cleaning up some of those rebounds that y'all weren't getting in the first half. Yeah,
I thought Clay played hard. He didn't get the looks that he would like, or to be honest with you, that I would like. And I feel like every night when he plays, for him to get 3 shots, that's my fault. But it's a deal where the way they play, they kind of take the grease board out of your hand, so to speak. And they press, then they go zone, then they go man, a couple passes, they get out of the zone. And so you really gotta play through concept. And because of that, you don't always know where the ball is going to land. But I thought he was a willing mover. I thought he had some nice drives. I thought he rebounded the ball well. He had 8 rebounds, and he also had 4 assists, which I like to see, that a guy's willing to go out there and make winning plays, regardless of how many balls are going down for him. I think that's maturity.
And now you got obviously what after tonight seems like a little bit tougher trip for Mercer based on what they did tonight. That starts a stretch, kind of a stretch here, 4 games in a week essentially.
Yeah,
you need to have some confidence into it.
Me personally, I don't think it got tougher. I mean, I really got a lot of respect for Greg, and they play the game the right way, and they've got skill. And you know, they had the lead on ETSU at their place in the second half. You know, Ross Cummings had a 3 at the end of the Greensboro game to tie it. And so those guys are good. And, you know, I think we quickly forget, right, how good the league is. I mean, this team beat Georgia Tech in a multiple possession ball game and early in the year. And, you know, it's a good team. It's a well-coached team. They've got a lot of skill, and we're going to have to be ready to go. We're going to have to play a little harder than we did tonight. And we can't come out the way we came out tonight. That's not going to work on the road. So we got to refocus and, you know, take the good and take the things that we need to improve on and continue to get this thing heading in the right direction. I do like where our group's at right now. And I really do. I like where our depth's at. I like how we're starting to move the ball a little bit better. I think we're trusting each other, and we're playing a little bit more connected on offense. And then we're continuing, you know, it wasn't perfect tonight, but I feel like we're giving a better defensive effort. So we just got to continue with those 3 things and, you know, continue to try to play our best ball late.